I think there's a Cole Palmer party in West London tonight. What on earth just happened?
Don't know. 2-0 up, and then, like I said last week, silly mistakes, but, you know, when the 8 minutes got added on, give us a lift. And, yeah, madness.
Was that the reaction that you needed to show out there after what happened at the weekend as well?
Yeah, definitely, you know, we need to try and win as many games as possible, and to win like that, there's nothing but.
Right, talk us through those final couple of minutes of the match, Cole, because the equaliser came and then you get that winner within 82 seconds between those two goals.
Well, yeah, we thought when we scored the second goal, you know, the fans lifted us, we lifted ourselves. Seen the gaffer said he was 2 minutes left, so we thought we'd go for it, and thankfully, we scored.
How'd you hold your nerve, though, these final minutes of the game? So much pressure on you to step up to the spot, even just to rescue a point in that game, let alone to go on and then score the winner.
Yeah, you know, took many penalties. People say to score penalties, but I'm not going to miss the penalties, am I? Touch wood, but to score in the last minute is crazy.
Crazy, and you have got that match ball in your hands. It's your first senior hat-trick. How does that feel?
Yeah, buzzing.
And a Manchester lad playing against Manchester United. You're a United fan, I believe, as well. Is that right?
Yeah, when I was growing up, I was a United fan, so yeah.
Did you get an extra incentive playing against this team? You scored against them in the other leg as well. You're the first player since Frank Lampard for Chelsea, the first English player to score home and away against Manchester United too.
I know, I just think trying each team, you know, do the same thing, but I've scored away and I've scored, you know, a few here tonight, so yeah, wasn't.
There are people saying, Cole, that you are the signing of the season. Is that a nice feeling for you to be getting that type of praise?
Yeah, I just try to take each game as it comes and show the Chelsea fans and show everyone what I came here to do was play football.
Well, you're doing pretty well, Cole. Congratulations. Enjoy it as you walk off.
Thank you.
Especially watching with these two. Rio basically sulked for the first half an hour. Joe, it was a perfect start for Chelsea.
It was brilliant. It's the best I've seen us all year. We was on it from the start. Great. This the goal. We dropped into this shape in possession was really interesting. Mudryk was disciplined. We went to a back three, and it was Gusto and Mudryk giving. And what that allowed is Palmer and Gallagher to play them sort of inside left and inside right. That's where the goal comes from. Break the lines. He just ambled into the box, can time his run. A little deflection here, and it's just a decent strike. I think Onana could do better.
Has to save it, Rio, doesn't he?
I agree, but you look at Casemiro, this is where he's made a living here. Sees Gallagher first with that look, second look, knows where he is. This is where he's patrolled for his years and made a name for himself. A little deflection, but maybe he can attach himself to Gallagher. He knows he's in that area, but Onana, I think, has got to do better there. It's not like the ball's wide of him or a yard away from his in reach wise. It's right underneath his body.
And then it got worse for Man United.
Yeah, and Mudryk, as Joe was saying, getting wide, isolating Wan-Bissaka is a fantastic weight of ball. Anthony doesn't need to tackle there. He's not going towards goal. He can probably get round the other side of him. He just takes another couple of steps. Maguire's coming across. He makes it easy for Cucurella to go down, and he draws the penalty in. This man don't miss. Cole Palmer is that guy.
Yeah, ice cold from the spot. 7 out of 7 penalties.
He was magnificent in that first 20 minutes, by the way.
Really good first half from him. Man United fought back, though. Garnacho, after capitalising on a Caicedo mistake,
Yeah,
Joe.
Caicedo just, I don't know what he done there. He just had a rush of blood here. Just go back to the goalie, like Ali said in comms, but he doesn't. Garnacho does so well. Badashili, I think, if he's right-footed, Reed, he's thinking about the tackle there, but he takes a gamble at Garnacho's. He backs his goalkeeper. He doesn't want to get sent off, and Garnacho just dispatches it lovely. Garnacho was good as well.
You livened up at that point, Rio, and then it got a lot better.
Look at Bruno here. If Bruno doesn't make that run, they don't get this goal. His intelligence, his awareness, they go through. Anthony comes inside. This is where Man United are good, I think, in transitions. When they're like this and they break on teams from a corner like this. Brilliant from Dalot, his delivery's been first class all season. And this, Ali mentioned it in commentary, talking, communication on that back post. He's the one who communicates. Hoyland leaves it, and it's a wonderful header, and we're back in it. And I found my voice again at that point because I was mute until that.
That got him out of his seat. He doesn't score many headers as well. That's just his 3rd out of 49. Well, it's been raining goals. Yeah.
Remember, but in the 97th minute, Manchester United, let's not forget, were winning 3-2 in that game. We were talking about them going 6 points within the top 4 with a game in hand. Then this happened. Madueke and Dalot. Are we all happy this is a penalty, Glenn?
I think so, yeah. When I see it in free play, I always try and judge it in free motion when it's actually happening. And as soon as he goes past Dal, I'm thinking, don't touch him, don't even attempt to play. Back your goalkeeper, back your defender. And I think it's just there that he just gets a little touch there. And then his arm actually pushes him in his hamstring there to actually eventually bring him down.
I think what's telling from it as well is there's not much complaint from Dallo as well. Yeah. So, you know, as much as we can slow the game down, it maybe looks a little bit harsh. He doesn't complain, and you know the man steps up. You know he doesn't miss penalties.
As he said himself.
So he says, yeah.
What did you make of the awarding of that, Owen?
Yeah, it's penalty. He gets caught wrong side. Thing is, Madueke's left-footed, you know, and he's got Bruno Fernandes kind of inside him. You should just force him into where there's help. Where there's Bruno Fernandes, you can't get beat on the outside. Somebody that's quicker than you. You know, he's got to force him inside to where Bruno Fernandes, and then he doubles him up. You know, you're leading. It's a little thing, but it becomes a massive thing. You cannot allow him to get on the outside. Once he gets on the outside, he gets in front of you, you give away a penalty. Look, I love that. I think he's been terrific for United this season. But those little things have been added up all season, and he realises straight away. He knows he gets caught wrong side, he makes a mistake. Bring him inside to where Bruno is, and you got help, and then you probably go and win the game.
As soon as he goes past Darlow's, it's your pride, isn't it?
Yeah.
We've all done it when we were players. Your pride hurts you. He's beat me. He's done me for pace. I'll make up for it. No, just let him go. The best thing is let him go. Back your goalie, back your defenders. Still got a lot to do, by the way. If he shoots from that angle or pulls it back and they score, fine. But it's your pride. Your pride gets hurt. He's gone by me. It's my fault. And he tries to get too close and brings him down.
And then 4-3 from the corner.
Oh.
I mean, you were astonished, weren't you, at this?
This is just modern-day football, all zone, all going back to do their jobs. And from a coach's point of view, I mean, you can't let the best player for Chelsea, that space, look, it doesn't do much. There's no one on the edge of the box. When you make loads of subs, and there's nowadays a lot of subs, look at the space they've got. Look at all the United players have gone into the danger zone. When you put subs on, they've got to take responsibility on set plays. And there's so many subs United have made second half, I'm not so sure they were equipped or knew their responsibilities before they went on. And that's the difficult thing. As a coach, I used to hate putting it. Now there's 5 subs you can put on. It's a bit of a nightmare for coaches, it really is. But you've got to play off the cuff sometimes. You've been told to go to zone, zonal, front shield, your job. But somebody, the best player's standing on the edge of the box on his own. Someone's got to say, go and close him down. Unbelievable. Good strike from Poch.
I was going to say, is that not a trait of the modern game where as players can't really think for themselves at a particular time? They're waiting for someone, maybe on the side, the manager, the coaches, to make the decision for them. I mean, that moment was screaming for someone to take charge. Now, you've got the captain of Manchester United who's on the front post, and he probably can't get out, but he can make more of an effort to get out there and obviously close the space down for, obviously, Cole Palmer to shoot. But I think it is key. I said it before, it's in keeping with Manchester United. They have lacked leaders this season, and that is a classic example of Manchester United.
Yeah, I mean, look, Cole Palmer, watch him check his shoulder. He cannot believe the space that he has. He's like, well, I'll come over here and get this. And credit Mason Mount, he actually recognised, but it's just a little bit too late. You know, he's nowhere near this.
Not his man initially, do you know?
Well, look, but Glenn makes a great point. Subs don't really know the roles.
Okay.
And Cole Palmer realised, right, I'm going to sit in this little pocket of space if nobody's here, and you'll have a pop. And obviously, that is, yeah, I mean, normally set pieces is a bit of organisation. You know, you got your guy. Obviously, when you make subs, it goes a little bit to pop. But Cole Palmer, he realised, right, I'm not getting marked. I'm going to go get it. I've only scored 2 goals. I might as well go score 3 if you're not going to mark me. And that's exactly what he did.
I mean, there's loads to pick from the Gaffer as well. I think when you obviously we took you know the quick free, the quick corner. You know the play's not coming out. But if you look at it again, you see Rashford going back, so he's probably not even in his position. So maybe it was Rashford who should have been on the edge of the box to sort of to cover that area.
Look, Rashford's jogging back and he goes into the 6-yard box.
He's not even looking.
Yeah. And it's an old saying, Steve, but as a coaches and as players, you'd have heard it. Ball goes dead, you come alive. As defensively, ball goes dead. It's a dead set play. You come alive. There's no one organising. That has to be done as Fernandes is running across with the ball under his arm. That is when United have got to start organising. It's too late when the ball's been played. It's as they're running across. It's Fernandes then tells somebody to go edge of the box. Who's going edge of the box?
But Glenn, it's a great point because as proactive as Enzo is first, because he's the one who kind of plays the ball to Cole Palmer, and Cole Palmer's the same, but you need the same thing defensively. You need players to be thinking, right, if they take it short, we got to be there. Enzo and Cole Palmer are thinking sharp. The United boys are just trying to retreat to get into the box to win the header. And You know, we saw that with Trent Alexander-Arnold, didn't we, against Barcelona, that short corner. Sometimes the great players, they just make quick decisions in the right moment.
I think they've got set play coaches now, but we always think of set play coaches as an attacking, don't we?
Yeah.
But you've got to do the defensive side as well. I'm sure the set play coach doesn't want them to defend like that. So it's the players, like Rob said, the players have got to take that responsibility. You've come back into the game. You can't let it go. Even like the disappointment of letting them back at 3-3, you cannot lose the game from that position. By hook or by crook, you defend that goal. Organised people. Space has never scored a goal. You've got to pick up people.
I'm not sure we can see it again, but you know the big angle there, where obviously you see Rashford running back, and obviously I'm not having a go at Rashford by any means, but when you take the quick corner, look at this Rashford. Look, it's recognising danger, so he knows all them players there straight away, but he just sort of wants to go in to get his position. If he goes to obviously Cole Palmer, stops with him, then obviously Chelsea need to get set up, and then he can maybe go back into his position. But he doesn't look, and he just wants to get back into an area where he thinks this is my job.
And for Manchester United in the 97th minute to be 3-2 up in that game, away from home, having done the, as Glenn says, done the hard bit by showing the character to come from 2 down. I mean, how damaging is that? What will that dressing room be like?
The worst. That's the worst feeling ever. You know, to be fair, even Anthony had some big moments in the game. You know, you thought, wow, it's great for him. He's had a really difficult United career so far. You thought, wow, a lot of positives there. You get in a position, maybe potentially win the game, maybe even, you know, get a Champions League place possibly, and then to throw it away with a clumsy penalty, and then to just switch off. I think Ten Hag will be fuming just in the way that they lost. They shouldn't even have drew the game. Yeah. You know, never mind lose it. And I think that kind of, and again, these things keep happening. You know, there's a pattern there, and you know, everybody needs to reflect at the end of the season, how have we got to this position where we've been so inconsistent also. Even Glenn mentioned the transitions in the game, they were crazy. The amount of open space in the game was far too much.
This is only 5 days, of course, after we were at Brentford. I was there on Saturday night when they scored, thought they'd run the game, and straight away conceded there as well, and the same things happened.
Brentford had 31 shots that game.
They did.
They hit the woodwork 4 times. That tells a story behind. The point is a point. But you've got to analyse that. Listen, Chelsea weren't great, you know. We could be sitting here 3-2, Man United, we're picking on Chelsea.
Totally different conversation.
You know, they're papering over the cracks with that result as well. Chelsea, they were poor second half. To be 2-0 up, don't forget, and then lose it to 3-2, and then they get off the hook in many ways. Good play from Palmer, cool head for the penalty, and then he's the live one. He's looking for the ball. Perhaps the Chelsea players are all in their shell a little bit. He's the one that's got on the edge of the box, got his space, bang, and he's the match winner. But, you know, Chelsea is paper over in the cracks because they weren't.
An incredible comeback. Are you scratching your head as to how you've lost that game?
Yeah. We started poor the game, giving the ball away, defending poorly on the first 2 occasions, but on that moment already you saw we were dominating the game. And yeah, we returned in the game. It was brilliant how we played, and we deserved to win this game. But you can't give it away like we did. We have, as a team, in that last minutes of the game, we have to manage this game better.
They equalised and scored the winner within 82 seconds. Who's to blame for that?
Yeah, of course, there's always, but it's a team performance, and of course you can point to one of the players, but it's not about that. It's about team performance. As I said, as a team in such moments when it gets chaotic, you have to deal with such circumstances as a team, and we didn't. We make wrong decisions. We didn't help each other in possession as well, keeping the ball, go from one side to the other side, or at least pass and move, and out of possession. We make bad decisions.
Lack of concentration?
No, it's not a lack of concentration. Also, I think unlucky by the end, by that penalty situation, questionable, very soft. But we have to do in such situations. We have to do better.
Aside from those last couple of minutes of the game, overall in the match, you faced another 28 shots. Those kind of numbers, they can't be sustainable going into the rest of this season and going forward, can they?
It's ridiculous. We showed we were 4th ranking before this game, goals concede. So everyone is talking each other after. so I can't do anything with it. We are good. We have a good defending as a team. We have a great goalkeeper as well. We have a good back four as well. So I can't do nothing with such stats.
You don't care after that win tonight, though, Maurizio. You must have went through every single emotion possible in that game. Just try and sum it up for us.
No, yes, it's difficult to breathe because at the last 5 minutes, was a game, an unbelievable game. That is the Premier League, that is the football, amazing. No, I think deserve, no deserve. I think we started the game really well. I think it was a game that we were under control. We had under control, but after, I think the way that we conceded the 2 goals, I think put Manchester United in the belief of the possibility to win the game, and of course was tough. But I think we needed some game like this, some victory like this. I think we need to connect with our fans, and today was amazing because that connection that we were missing, I think today is possible that start
Is
not to
that
build
why
this
we
connection.
saw that response from you at the end with the fans? Because that's what you've wanted to see and achieve with the fan base here.
Yes, I think we need to connect. We need to connect because if not, it's tough for the player. Because when you made some mistake like we made in the first goal that we conceded, that was the
No,
yes,
we don't
become
blame
crazy,
you.
crazy. But I think we need the support and the belief, and yes, it's true that through the, to the result and this type of.
So you were in the press conference, called out your players, demanding more from them. What was the reason for that? You want a reaction? Obviously, there's a big risk there that sometimes you can lose players. Maybe we question why you calling us up publicly, but you got the right result here today. After that,
I think it's look. I think before to talk with you, or before to talk with the media, always in the meeting that